freaks and weirdos, tapeheads, ghouls and ghosts, love to tune in and listen to Psychotronic coast to coast. Skin Slip and Owen Neal are going to reveal their thoughts on movies that most people don't dare to watch. Psychotronic. Psychotronic. Psychotronic.
Welcome back, ghouls and ghosts, to another exciting episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast, where we uncover hidden gems and large stinking piles of shits hidden behind some of the best box cover you've ever seen. We talk about obscure, awesome, hitherto unmentioned and or unheralded films that played a lot on TV during our youth, repetitively because they didn't do well in theaters or critically. So, didn't sell well, so they got repeated by junk channels back in the day, or co-opted by shows like Monster Vision or the Mystery Science Theater, etc. And my co-host, as usual, the very excellently bearded Owen Neal. How's it going, Owen?
Pretty good.
And tonight we've got a little slice of slasherdom. No, a slice of serial killerdom.
Yeah, there was no slashing.
Yeah. There wasn't really. It was more strangulation, wasn't it?
It was all choking.
Anyway, so we watched what I consider a hidden gem, Murderlust, a film shot at what I believe 16mm, maybe 8mm, but I think it was 16mm. And it's here on DVD, I guess, because the elements are gone outside of this cut, of this release, or maybe they're too damaged for a high def release. Who knows? But we got here Murderlust from the excellent Intervision. We've done a few of their movies, by the way, including Phobe and Sledgehammer and Things. Yeah, so we've done a few of the movies. Yeah, big fan of their stuff. So, it was shot in and around Los Angeles, and it looks like the Pomona Raceway is where this gentleman, whose name I'm forgetting. Steve. It's played by Eli Rich, excuse me. Of a movie called The Jigsaw Murders, which I now want to see. But yeah, so Steve works as a security guard at the beginning of the movie, and yeah, that's really. I don't want to take your job away. I've been talking this whole time, so why don't you take us through it, Owen?
I don't remember his name because they kept saying it.
Oh man, yeah.
Stephen Belmont.
Stephen Belmont. Yes, we were talking about his connection to the possible connection to the Simon Belmont clan. He might secretly be a monster hunter.
No, he's the monster himself. But
yes,
yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. I do want to note before we get into the movie, there are no subtitles, and sometimes the dialogue's drawn out by the droning synths.
Yes.
The droning synths are a love it or hate it proposition. You're either going to love them, or like me, you hated them because they were ear-piercing. You had to turn the fucking volume up so loud to hear Steve mumble his lines out. Anyway.
I don't mind synth, but it wasn't good synth.
I think
it was really loud in this movie, and he was like,
too trebly.
I mean, I get what it's supposed to be doing, like, oh, he's driving out to the desert with some corpses, ooh, but it was just so loud.
It was very loud. Very, very loud. Obnoxiously loud. It's my one complaint about, I assume is wrong with the master, not anything to do with the disc. I imagine Intervision couldn't do anything about that. It's probably on the master that they can't fuck with it, once it's mixed together. So, yeah, it's on DVD for the first time also. That's, gotta know that. An obscure VHS nugget. That's what Tanium 13 called it. Nugget indeed. Anyway, so Steve works as security guard. And
Well, first we just see him out drinking with his buddies. Did we ever see them again? I
Nope.
don't think so.
Nope, not at all.
And
Killed them too, I'm guessing.
he picks up a prostitute. Offers her $100
Wait.
for.
Was his cousin with him at the beginning, and we just not recognize him?
It could have been, but
That may have been why we didn't recognize. Like, who the fuck's this schlub? Like, we were like not paying attention in the opening scene, you know?
Well, the guy that was talking and burping and stuff was definitely not his cousin. I don't
No,
think his
of course.
cousin's hanging out in bars, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, as you were saying.
But yeah, he I don't know, I got a chuckle out of it because he's clearly she's creeped out by him, and she should be because he kills her. But and you know, he gives her like $20, tells him to meet in the van. He's not in the van. He's like, that bitch, and then she's like just standing there on the corner of the building. She tries to give the money back. Then he gives her $100 for a quick, as he said, 10 minutes of work of a
He
blowjob.
mentioned a blowjob, yeah.
It's only 10 minutes. And she agrees because she has a kid who she doesn't seem to like, which kind of seems to trigger him, pisses him off. It's like, well, you don't like your kid? It's like, that's none of your business. And then some more red flags of, get in my van. I want to drive around the corner. She was ready to do it just right there in front of the bar. But
Like, yeah.
and then, yeah, strangles her to death. And
In the back of his van.
yep, that's how we started off.
Got the movie rolling right away with the first kill. It was like, oh, alright.
And then I think we're introduced to Neil, right? Or is that a little bit later?
No, it's possible. I
Or was he?
don't. I'm bad.
No,
with
he went to
things.
the church where we see that he's a
Oh yeah,
teacher
yeah.
at Sunday school.
He had the incident with the girl, right?
He
That was
goes-
right next.
Yeah. They're passing around a picture and giggling, and he gets it, and it's a picture of him ejaculating.
Like it's funny.
And
oh
yeah.
yay! I ejaculate. What's your point?
He takes her out in the. Well, I guess now I'm thinking about it. It's not funny to him because.
Oh, yeah.
Always, all the
He's
prostitutes
religious.
were always pointing out that he was limp.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So,
That would make
I
sense.
don't know if that was supposed to be a part of it. So he's like, "How dare you draw me ejaculating? That never happens."
Oh, and he's prim and proper because he's he's like a Sunday school teacher, you know. Can't be drawing lewd photos.
Well, in the
It's sinful.
beginning, he starts losing it later, but
Well,
so he sends her out, yells at her, calls her a whore, sends her to whatever, I don't know, Sunday school detention. Is that a thing?
yeah. Yes, there's a lot of animosity towards women in this film, but I don't think he really explains why he hates women. I don't think he knows why he hates women.
Never.
He just hates women for some
Yeah.
reason. Anyway,
But yeah, so there's that, and then I believe he grabs another prostitute, and he's killing her when I guess it's his cousin was knocking on the door.
oh right, that was his cousin, his annoying next door neighbor cousin.
It was
guess-
Neil.
Yeah, I guess he lives next door, right? So that's why he was annoying. They
And
called him. Okay, yeah.
And he was kind of being like, I just killed someone. Fuck off. I mean, he didn't say it, but he's kind of hinting at, like, get out of here, Neil. He gets Neil to help push the trash can with the dead
Yeah,
prostitute
he's
into his van.
failing to get this trash can on a dolly up a ramp into his van because there's a dead body and it apparently weighs a lot.
Which is not true because she was like 80 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, like she was tiny. She was a tiny woman.
Yeah. Out to the desert. Dump the body. Take a leak. Drink a bunch of beers. Throw them all over the place. Before the old DNA, I guess. Because he left it everywhere.
Well, I don't know if I think it's just that they didn't have the DNA test sophisticated enough at that point in time. It's from 1985, mind you.
Because there's also beer cans from earlier. Because then it's, in the newspapers, like 9 bodies found in the same place in the Mojave. They call him Mojave murderer or whatever.
Yep.
He starts collecting the newspaper clippings.
As you do in your serial killer.
Mhm.
That's what all serial killers do,
At
right?
the same time, yeah, well, He was scrapbooking.
Scrapbooking. Hey, look, he's got his hobbies, all right? Don't judge.
He also apparently works at the horse racing track a little bit.
This is security guard.
I believe there's more in there, but whatever. Let's jump to he decides to pick up a girl whose car broke down, and he's gonna kill her, obviously. And he goes to grab the tire iron, and she's like, "I know you from the church."
And then he whacks his hand on the steering wheel. Oh.
Yeah. And I love this because she's sitting there talking about like, "Oh, I had a crush on you in high school and all this stuff," and he's just awkwardly stroking the fucking tire iron, not knowing what to do, and she's not picking up on any of that. Like this dude's creepily holding the tire iron.
He's jerking off the tire iron right in front of you, lady. It's time to run away.
But he brings her home, and then later we find out she's the daughter of a woman that works at the church. I don't know if you picked that up.
You know what? We also forgot about when right after he killed the second prostitute, his cousin comes in and starts bothering him, and he like keeps trying to go. No, his neighbor comes in, right? Someone wanted to do something about it.
That's the same. Is that a different guy? Could be a different.
No, that
guy.
was his girlfriend just now, wasn't it? No, someone was in the. Someone needed to get something out of the bathroom, and the dead hooker was in the bathtub, and he was trying not to get him in the bathroom. It was like a.
I'm
supposed to be a tense moment, but it was just just awkwardly comedic, honestly. Unintentionally comedic is what it was.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, if it was Neil or if it's another whole person.
My brain.
I want to say it's Neil. Because
I
Neil seemed to know how.
Right, I technically can go check right now, can't I?
Because Neil seemed to know how much his rent was when he was asking for money. So wouldn't he know that because he's the neighbor?
I can check. Let's see here. Okay, friends at the beginning. Can confirm. Never see any of them again. I don't recognize any of those characters from the cast. Okay, there's a Sunday school. Oh, yeah, and knowing that. Okay, so guy coming in to use the bathroom. It's his cousin. The next day.
So it is Neil.
It is his cousin Neil. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it knowing cousin Neil? His really rude cousin Neil, by the way. Comes over, hey, I need you to do something for me. And then he's too busy to do the thing, and so he gets all indignant about it. And I'm like, he's not a very good friend. Anyway.
So, yeah, he does not kill her. So then the stuff starts going wrong. The girl from the Sunday school claims that he touched her inappropriately. Which then is this weird meeting where everyone's like, no, he didn't do that, he didn't do that. And then the father breaks in and crying. Just like, my daughter's a lying bitch. I mean, he doesn't say that, but...
Because dad's the one that's doing it. That was the whole... That was kind of the thing.
Was that the thing?
They were alluding to that, yeah.
I don't think so.
When she said she was trying to run away from home, it's because of her dad. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because dad probably went home and yelled at her. And... I don't think so, because she was ready to go home when he found her. Yeah, take me home. I think she ran away because the dad's just like, you're lying to everybody, and how dare you?
I get the feeling.
I didn't pick up the molesting vibe.
Well, all right.
I think because she said, I'm going to get you back for this. I'm going to get you. So she lied about him touching her. And then when everyone's like, no, yeah, that didn't happen. And the dad... It's just like, probably went home. Maybe beat her. I don't think he molested her, though.
Okay.
Maybe beat her for lying. Although she had no marks on her, so I don't know.
I gotta blow my nose. I have to use tissues on my desk here. I grabbed one, I'm like, oh, I already have one. I hate this. Anyway, continue.
No, I just assume she got a good yelling at. Got grounded. Like,
I don't know. There were other conversations, other ways they were discussing things there, and I just got the sense, man.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well.
I think she's
regardless, it doesn't matter.
Whiny bitch. So then he's since he hasn't killed anyone, he's kind of hasn't had his lust, his
It's
release.
Murderlust filled.
So he's just constantly drinking. He gets fired from the track.
Gets kicked
And
out of his house.
he gets no. He borrowed money from Neil,
Oh, right.
the rent, who then forced him into a janitor job.
No, he got evicted from his home too.
No, he was never evicted.
Yeah, he was. He had 2 days. Landlord came over to give him a 3-day notice.
Yes, but then Neil gave him money,
Is that right?
so he was never evicted.
I thought it was
And then
like-
that's
I thought
why
that was
he
like
became a
25
janitor.
minutes later in the movie. Was that 25 minutes later? Like, am I crazy?
No, he went to the Neil to get money. He said, "Here, but you have to take a job as a janitor."
Jesus, my memory's shit. Anyway, this is why you remember the movie, because I can't.
Well, yeah, you kept pissing a lot too. Just
I gotta
leaving
pee
the
already.
big
You kidding me?
chunks. So, anyways, yes, he was gonna get evicted, but he didn't. So now he's working as a janitor for a short time. And then somewhere in there, finally, he's just like got desperate, tricked a girl into his van. This is a photographer. Kills her, dumps her in the desert. Another victim for the Mojave murder.
Yep.
And then what was it? He somehow sets up. It was hinted at because Neil was just like, "When did you have time to do this?" He had all these certificate studies, suicide prevention classes and all this shit. It all seemed like it must have been fake because Neil was like, "What?" But he presents this to, I guess, whoever's the church head, and they end up making a division where he's the head of children crisis.
Yes.
And at the same time, he's now dating the girl who he didn't kill.
Yes, because he didn't kill her because she believed in God, and so he's like attracted to her instead. So he and then he gets the position. I remember this. He gets that position, and they go to celebrate, and they're celebrating in his office, and they're getting hot and heavy with the petting, and he can't get hard, so he like retracts from her.
He calls her selfish.
Yes.
You're selfish. She's very confused.
Yes.
And then he sees her with that teen who ran away, the one that earlier drew a picture of dicks. And she runs off when she hears his voice.
Yep.
So he's just like, whatever. She's probably just living there. She's fine.
Just trying to scheme out of money. That was what he's trying to convince her of saying.
So he brings his woman home, and he comes back realizing that she's hiding in his office.
He set a trap.
No keys.
Did you see that?
He didn't lock the door or something?
He purposely left the door ajar. Just slightly.
The scene was so dark. I was like, "Why is there so many close-ups on the door?" There's like a lot of close-ups on the door.
Because he would push the door open. You can see he was doing this thing where he's putting push the door closed, and then he kept doing it so he could like till the door stayed. You can do if you keep doing it, sometimes it'll just gravity will help.
It was a very dark scene.
It was very dark. The film was very dark in a lot of moments, but yeah.
Yeah.
Both content-wise and visually speaking.
And then the true con artist goes to work, the killer himself, talking about how like, blah blah, we forgive you. Blah, blah,
I was so hard on you, I guess. I'm sorry, but let me make it up to you. Let me go get you some food and help you.
And then,
yeah,
for some reason, it just smash cuts to him putting a clip in the thing. He's killed her. We don't get to see it.
Well,
but
we see him pull out the piece of rope from his pocket and look at it, and then it cuts to him to it. So it's implied that he killed her and disposed the body already.
I guess since she was supposedly under 15 or whatever, they're like, "Oh, can't show him killing."
We've seen a bunch of murders. It's not like we need to see the same
I know.
thing over and over. He killed in one MO, so it's not like
This is the one I wanted to see because she was such a bitch. I was like, yes.
Oh my god.
I didn't get it. They denied me. Maybe they knew that's what people would want. Like, nah, you sick bastards. But yeah, the newspaper's like, youngest victim yet. So they, he's on his high horse now. He's feeling good. And then he realizes, he's out on a date with that girl, I believe. You missed a lot of this. It was very awkward because she's very upset. She's bawling. Why couldn't she should have saved that girl? She should have done something. And he's like weirdly like giggling and smirking as he's talking about her death. And she's like, "What the fuck is wrong?"
I
with
heard
you?"
all this, by the way, because I got left. Nobody's here this weekend. Like they're all on vacation, so I had the volume up and the door was open. I'm peeing with
he
the
had,
door
like-
open. It's my house. I can do what I want.
He had a constant fucking smirk on his face.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this can't be going well for him. And then I heard the dialogue. I'm like, oh, okay, yep, it's not going well for him.
And then there's the big switch, which I missed, but she mentioned that they're temporarily closing down the new department that hasn't really even started yet. And he's just like,
Oh,
I
God.
forget, he yelled at her, but
He
he told her something.
loses his shit. Loses it.
Yeah. Women are evil and selfish.
Always
and all
trying
that
to
shit.
fuck things up. We got a
Yep.
good thing going, and they fuck things up. And I'm like, really? I don't think it's because they're women. I think it's because they're humans, but okay.
And the whole point of it was that she was in the area. So what if the murderer, which he did obviously know, was going to just use this as a, teens come in, ask for help, and then he's picking them off, which I guess was kind of what he was going to do, which seems weird that people would go to see him and then disappear. And like, I don't know.
But the
Guess
teen
he's
runaways,
getting lazy.
suicide cases. I mean,
Yeah.
And there's strangulation. You could hide that. Just saying.
So he goes to the back, calls the girl's mom, being like, "Oh, we got in a fight," and she stormed out. I'm like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That was...
Setting up his MO or his
While she's at the
alibi.
fucking table waiting for him because he went to the bathroom, he's calling and saying, "I don't know where she is."
And even though he's been like really weird and yelling at her, he comes back like, "You want to get out of here and go drive in the desert?" She's like, "Yeah."
He's been acting weird and standoffish all day. Like, what the fuck? Sure, why not? Let's go to some secluded area out in the middle of nowhere where he can kill me. Why not?
And he starts repeating the same shit. Women fuck everything up. All women. Starts waving a gun around. He starts strangling her, and then
Oh,
she
he puts the gun
asks
down
him
the dashboard and
Yep.
goes to strangle her.
She asks for him to make out, like as if she's into the shit. He goes for it,
Falls for
and
an idiot.
she
Yeah.
gets his throat bit or his neck.
Yeah, she bites him like super fucking hard and like puts a nice ring mark on him, and she's like got blood all over her face from his neck.
And then we made a joke about how we were hoping she was a vampire out of nowhere.
That'd be the best movie twist ever. Since Dusk Till Dawn, that's the best fucking movie twist.
But
it
no,
didn't happen,
she
of
grabs the gun, blasts him. He runs out of the van. She starts randomly shooting the ground. I don't know.
No, I think she's trying to shoot him, but people greatly do not understand how hard it is to shoot something accurately with no training.
She did get him in the leg again.
Yeah.
She's shot twice, and then she gets in the van and drives away. Now, I still think the shot of her driving away would have been a good place to fade to credits.
Yep.
But instead, all of a sudden, he's wandering the desert.
And then
Another good place. It could have faded to credits, and then just a shot of him dead on the ground.
for like 5 seconds, and then then the credits rolled. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the
I don't know.
movie.
I kind of think I would have liked it been more open. Like, did he die? Is he wandering the desert and he's dying, or did he get away?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's inspired by real serial killers, by the way. The writer, what was his name? James C. Lane, worked on the script for like several months, like almost a year, I think that said. And like he did a lot of research on like other like real life serial killers. So, like we're watching the movie, and I'm like immediately know the plot because I'm like, oh, this is serial killer 101. He has an MO. When the MO doesn't happen exactly the same way, things are fucked up for him, and he's on edge all the time, and he loses all social standing. And then like 5 minutes later in the movie, all that started to happen. And I was like, see, this happens because he didn't kill a prostitute. He killed some random schoolgirl he picked up instead of a prostitute. It wasn't the same MO. He didn't get the same release, so he's still socially frustrated, and he lost his job, and that's when all the bad shit started happening. I told you that's what would happen. So
Yep.
it's very faithful in that regard. I actually really enjoyed the film. It's not trying to be salacious. It's not trying to be exploitative, really. A little bit. It's exploiting a little bit because there's been a little bit of excessiveness in it, but that's okay. It's part of this charm. But I think it's a really really solid little indie film. I'm shocked this didn't have more notoriety. Actually, it's better than some of the movies we've watched on here for sure.
Yeah.
So, did you have any thoughts about the movie?
No, I liked it. I mean, I don't think I'd pull it off the shelf every year or watch it or something, but
I mean, it is a Christmas movie.
yeah, he was walking on the store and there was like random Santas behind him.
I get that there was actually a passage of time because when he quit the job and trashed the display, that was 4th of July, I think. So I think he had that job for months. I think it's not really explicitly told, but I think the idea was supposed to be that this is like he's not just killing someone. It's Tuesday. He's got to kill again. It's like 3 months later, the urge is getting to him, and he needs to get rid of it. Like that's what I was getting out of it, even though it wasn't explicitly said. But yeah, there was definitely a bunch of Christmas display in this movie. So totally counts. Takes place during Christmas. So yeah.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
I agree. Definitely worth a watch. Oh, sorry. It's Skin Slip approved. It's available from Intervision. I got the DVD right here. Oh, right. Where? Hold on. Where's my? Yeah, there we go. Trying to not get the reflection of light. There we go. Eventually, we're gonna do Project Nightmare, which is the director's first film. What's his name? His name's Donald Jones. So, hey, James T. Lane produced that one. But I hear it's pretty wild and out there. It's kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street shot on video. So, yeah, what are we watching next week?
I grabbed 2 in case something happens, but the one I'd like to watch is...
Fuck. I hate that. And now you'll start talking and then it'll happen, right? Anyway. Sorry, go.
The one I'd like to watch is Angel on Fire.
Angel on Fire. Is that a Cynthia Rothrock film?
I don't think so. It looks like 3 Asian women. It says a beautiful supermodel turned gangster double crosses her ruthless partner after the gang steals a precious relic from a museum. An enterprising young agent, with the help of a comical taxi driver, must stop a vicious gang and return the relic to its rightful owner.
I found it on YouTube. Look at that.
Angel on Fire has exciting gunplay and thrilling martial arts that will knock your socks off.
Oh shit! I better strap my socks on. I want to lose those some bitches.
I was in Barrie, Vermont, a place called Exile on Main Street. It's like a record store, but they have movies. Usually everything's a little overpriced on the movies, but there was boxes and they were like cheap as shit. This was one of the ones in it. I dug through the cheapest shit box. The other one, you found it, but the other one was going to be Werewolf Fever.
What is that?
I said, since you found Angel on Fire, we don't need the second one, but it was going to be Werewolf Fever.
I'd never even heard of that one.
It's an indie film from Canada.
Oh, cool.
Mike signed.
Nice. Alright, so we're going to watch Angel on Fire next week, kids.
Yeah.
Good old Asian action. So, that'll do it for this week's episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. We'll see you next week. And, stay weird, kids. Peace.